Cause your vibe it be different than shine in your eyes what I'm missing. Your body Ferrari, but your mind is my interest. You finding you'll find in the sky, we gon' ride the ecliptic like a Mercury transit.
Peace, y'all. Today we'll start card astrology, and I'm here to give you your daily astrology guidance for Tuesday, September 6th, 2022. Please like, subscribe, and comment as we're trying to get this channel to grow as much as possible, get this message out there. You know, there's a lot of people who are, you know, just looking for some more insight, guidance on astrology and spirituality in general. So there's a lot of good information here. I can point people to a lot of good other places on YouTube and other awesome astrologers. And, you know, you can always tap in for a reading and I can get you right. So let's pop this off. All right. So we have the moon getting ready to conjunct Saturn here. Which in my last video I said that it would happen in the morning, but it is going to happen in the afternoon today. So we're going to feel more like we need some type of change. We need to change structure of, you know, how we're going to progress forward in the things that we're trying to achieve. And, you know, as it makes that conjunction, it will Ceci square Mars. So this kind of, again, this is us really wanting to take action in changing our environment. Well, changing mostly, you know, a lot of things could change with Pluto and Capricorn. You know, our goals can change, you know, our career can change, you know, the things that we set out to do 5-10 years ago is going to look different now, especially as we see, you know, the structure of society changing around us. You know, we kind of have to adjust with that as well. Not kind of, we absolutely have to adjust with that. So, you know, we're going to be feeling like we need to make some changes, you know, probably to the structure. If we're business owners, you know, to how we're running our business and even the, you know, the lane that we've been taking, we might, you know, be feeling like there's something that has to change here. You know, the sun is at 14 degrees Virgo, sextiling the node still, and I'll just redo that. Sextiling the node, trined this north node here. Still has it at a square with Mars, but it's technically coming off of that square of Mars. It's not there anymore. So, you know, there's a lot of things that we have been taking action on when it comes to our environment that we kind of are, you know, finishing up. That we need to be cleaning up our environment, just cleaning up our, you know, the things inside of us that we might have been pushing to the side. I mean, Venus at 1 degree Virgo, not having any really crazy aspects on it. So again, you know, this is where we kind of have to focus on the things that we value, the things that we're trying to create, and really, you know, getting all of the trash out of the way. Because this is, you know, Virgo's where we clean up. Virgo's where we go in for the last harvest, and we start prepping for that. And when it comes to our relationships, this is where we can make sure that we're in the right ones, the purest ones. This is also, Virgo is where purity is. So that's kind of, where we're going to be highlighting for a while now, because Venus is going to be the only planet that's not retrograde. So we need to be focused on, where the love is, who is really on, our squad. Like, who are we, are we squatted up with the right teammates? And are they really going to have our back? Do they really value us? Do they value our opinion? Do they value, what we're trying to do in life? At this point, there's no question on who is and who isn't. It's just about making sure that we, reinforce the bonds with those people, and we do not, get caught up in the relationships that don't truly value us. We have Mercury at 8 degrees Libra, and it is opposing Jupiter here. So the communication is going to be key into really bringing in, all the things that we really identify with. Mercury is in shadow, so we have to make sure, we're on our P's and Q's when it comes to what we say, how we say it. If you feel like you shouldn't say something, maybe you shouldn't. I'm not one to do those things. I usually follow my intuition very well. So, and I'm not afraid to say things, but this is kind of where people could take things the wrong way, and it could overinflate and, just kind of not be a good situation, when maybe you were trying to make things improve, or, just be real with somebody. Always be real, but don't sacrifice, creating some type of conflict or some type of, disagreement or argument, if it's not necessary. And we do have Chiron quincunx the South Node. So we can't be afraid to go through the healing process right now, which means that Chiron is semi-sextile the South Node. The North Node. So we can't be afraid to go through the healing process right now. This is a valuable time where we can heal ourselves through love and through knowing, where our value is and who truly values us. I think that is where most of our healing is going to come from. I think if we run into, getting into some toxic behavior, or getting too emotionally, charged, or going too far with our emotions, this can probably set us back a little bit. Neptune is sextile the moon as I'm running this chart, and then it will, it's technically sextile. It's it's still sextile Pluto here. And we need to trust in the universe. We need to trust in God. Our emotions will definitely help us with our transformation and making the right choices and knowing what needs to change. and what doesn't. So really, we have Saturn is making a square with Uranus. The chart looks like it's pointing at Algol, but I mean, if we just look at the degrees, 20 degrees Aquarius, and then 18 degrees Taurus, it's really on this square with Uranus. And this is where we can see major shifts happen in our reality, like in our society, right? Especially because we have Pluto in Capricorn, which Saturn rules. So, this Saturn Uranus square is going to be it is a big deal, especially as Mars is in shadow. Mercury is in shadow, getting ready to go retrograde. We can see what the Leo King calls a shattered reality. And we're going to see that surmount even more. So, we're seeing it happen in other countries. There's lockdowns happening. There's constitutions trying to be changed. And, as this is kind of where, Saturn and Aquarius, where the collective, us as the humans who actually run the world, we like to put it up to 5%ers, 1%ers, the people who are in position of power, but they have nothing without us fueling the system. So this is where you have to stand up for ourselves, no matter how much the reality shatters, no matter what, we see start to, well, it has been crumbling before us, but whatever we see come up here even further, we can't get caught up in fear. We have to empower ourselves and clean up whatever is broken. Banding together with the right energy, the right souls that are on the same page is what's really going to help move the collective forward into this greater place, into a place that is going to be rough to get to because the powers that be don't want to let go. So they will try to do anything. And with Mars getting ready to go retrograde, we have to expect some major moves. It's like chess. So, and Mars rules war. It'll be in Gemini. It'll retrograde all the way back to where it's at now. So we're going to see, the results of what we're already seeing happen and then backtracking. So we're on the brink of something that's big, definitely some big war vibes coming. No way to predict exactly how that's going to look with Saturn square Uranus. Uranus is very unpredictable. Saturn absolutely wants the structures, wants structure. It wants boundaries. It wants regulation. But as it squares Uranus, that's kind of where, the unpredictable things can change. The unpredictable, the laws and all these things can just change out of nowhere. But we do live in a republic where we have to vote on those things. We have to agree. And this is kind of where we need to at least be aware of what is going to try to take away our freedoms to be able to live the life that we want to live. We could have issues with, what different political parties might say and, how other people live their life, but we all have the freedom to live our life the way we want to as of right now. So We want to, to a certain extent. So we want to be able to keep that. And I know a lot of spiritual people don't like to get caught up in politics. Even people who aren't spiritual don't want to get caught up in it. And it's just kind of just keeping eyes and ears open when there's some type of, crazy radical change that's trying to come about that infringes on our freedom that was given to us, especially as, Pluto is making its return on the American natal chart. And, Pluto's going to come back online here right as Mars goes retrograde in October, and then move forward into this Pluto return again, and then move into Aquarius. So we're going to see a lot of changes that we can't really fully predict how that's going to play out. But being aware, being connected with the right people, is really what's going to allow us to continue to grow in a positive way. This is the preparation time. This is where we need to make sure that we are prepared for the things that, we have to be prepared for expect the unexpected. We need to expect the unexpected, which is not, it's easier said than done. But at the end of the day, it's kind of like, well, if we know Mars is going to go retrograde next month, we can prepare for, some type of mass conflict to happen. Whether or not that is on our shores or not, it's still better to prepare for something like that to happen, where we could see, some type of war that spills onto America and comes here for the first time in a long time. Especially because the way that this astrology is, so many planets retrograde, Mercury getting ready to go retrograde, and it will remain retrograde. So I think that preparation is key. Making sure that our families are safe, that we have the means to protect ourselves, that, we are getting our finances in order with Venus in Virgo, definitely cleaning up any type of financial situations, making sure bills are paid, making sure that, making sure that we're, paying our, whatever we need to pay for, to get our credit right. And all of those things are going to matter, because we don't want to be stuck in a situation where we can't make the right moves at the right time. And then, it could be detrimental to us and everybody around us. And, especially with Venus online, not getting ready to go retrograde in Virgo, it's kind of like the relationships, the love, the love interests, do they align correctly? Do they have the same values as us? This is kind of where we might need to be really nitpicky about the things that actually cause a fruitful relationship. It's not where we, just settle. So, because when things do get wild and crazy, how are they going to react? How are they going to be, are they going to cause more stress? Are they going to, are they going to synergize with your energy and be able to, make teamwork happen and just be able to move through this in a way where we all can make it out together? That's going to be a big deal. Do they follow your lead? Is it okay for you to follow their lead? Can it be a baton of power where it goes back and forth because we know each other's strengths and weaknesses? this is all things to consider, because it's gonna get wild. It's gonna get wild. We're at these points right now where it's not as wild, but we're seeing the evidence. We're seeing the things come up on the news, in social media, where it's just been building up. So prepare. Expect the unexpected. Today is a good day to make sure that the things that we value are in order. So let's see what the cards have to say. Please like, subscribe, comment. Helps the channel grow. We just want to make sure we're getting all the right information to the right people. I do post I post clips of these on my Instagram, StarX Card, and my TikTok, StarX Card, and I do the YouTube shorts also on this page too. So all right. Tower card reversed. Tower card reversed. So this is not where we're going to see the Tower card upright, right? Where something massively crazy happens that forces us to change and rebuild. This is where we are building, or where we have already finished building, and we need to make sure that we've laid the right foundation, that we've come out of these places where we have changed, and we've changed based on all the things we've experienced up to this point. So now this is kind of where, okay, well, the tower has been built. What do we want to fill it with? What are the aesthetics? What's the feng shui? Like, what can we clean up and improve here, based off of what we've already went through, that we know that we're going to need, that's going to improve our situation. This is still where things do change, but not in such a drastic way, right? The Tower card coming up at all is where we do see things change, but it's not where we're going to experience some type of radical experience that forces change on us. This is kind of more where it's like, let's improve upon the changes that we've already experienced up to this point. So, and I think if we look around and we have the right mindset and goals on things we've already been building, then we'll know what needs to be changed and improved, and we can just move forward with confidence and sticking to the divine path that we're meant to be on. So I hope that helps, and until next time, one love.
Cause your vibe may be different, and shine in your eyes what I'm missing. Your body Ferrari, but your mind is my interest. You finding the sky, we gon' ride the eclipse like a Mercury trans.